You think opportunity goes to the most talented? You believe it rewards the hardest worker. You have been told that if you are simply good enough, the world will eventually notice. But I am here to tell you, you are wrong. Look around honestly and you will see it. The most talented person you know is not the most successful person you know. Somewhere there is someone less skilled, less brilliant, working no harder than you, and yet doors keep opening for them. Rooms warm up when they enter. Help arrives before they ask. It is not luck. It is not looks. And it is not connections they were born with. Napoleon Hill spent 25 years studying the most successful people of his age, and he found that nearly all of them shared a quality he considered as learnable as reading. He called it a pleasing personality, the kind of presence that makes other people want you to win. And here's the part almost nobody understands. It can be built. Trait by trait. On purpose. By the end of this, you will know exactly which traits create that magnetism, why one of them cannot be faked, and the daily practice that turns an ordinary presence into one the world finds impossible to ignore. First, understand why this matters more than almost any skill you could learn. Every opportunity you will ever receive arrives the same way, through a person. The job comes because someone decided to hire you. The customer comes because someone decided to trust you. The break comes because someone, somewhere, said your name in a room you were not in. Hill hammered this point across his entire body of work. No one succeeds alone. Success is not a solo performance graded by a fair judge. It is a cooperative act. It requires other human beings to open doors, extend trust, share knowledge, and take chances on you, which means the real question of your career is not only how good you are, it is how people feel when they deal with you. Because people do not carefully audit your talent before deciding to help you. They consult a feeling. Does being around this person feel good or draining? Do I trust them? Do I want to see them win? That feeling opens doors or quietly seals them. And most people never learn the verdict because nobody announces it. The doors simply stop opening. Now, here is the evidence that convinced Hill from the man who commissioned his life's work. Andrew Carnegie, at the time among the richest men alive, told Hill something that rearranged how he understood achievement. Carnegie said the ability to deal with people was worth more to him than any technical mastery, and that he would pay more for that single ability than for any other a person could possess. More than engineering brilliance, more than financial genius. Think about what that means. The man who built an empire of steel, the hardest and most technical of industries, believed the scarcest and most valuable skill in it was human. And his own life proved it. Carnegie was not the greatest metallurgist in his company. He said so openly. His genius was gathering brilliant men, winning their loyalty, and making them feel their work mattered. The furnaces made the steel. Personality built the empire. Hill found the same pattern in nearly every fortune he studied. At the center, someone people wanted to follow, wanted to fund, wanted to fight for. Talent surrounded them. Magnetism organized it. Stay with me. because Hill broke this magnetism into specific traits, and every single one of them can be built on purpose. The first trait is the foundation of all the others, and it is the exact opposite of what most people attempt. Most people try to be interesting. The magnetic ones are interested. Watch what happens in any conversation. The average person is waiting to speak, rehearsing their next line while the other person talks, steering every topic back toward themselves, and everyone can feel it. Because being half listened to has a texture, and it is the texture of being unimportant. The magnetic person does something so rare it is almost shocking. They give their full attention. They ask a second question, and then a third. They remember the name, the detail, the thing you mentioned last time. And in doing so, they hand the other person the one gift almost nobody receives in a distracted world: the feeling of being significant. Hill taught that people will forget your arguments and forget your credentials, but they will never forget how significant you made them feel. It becomes attached to your name. When your name comes up later, in rooms you are not in, that stored feeling speaks for you. That is what a reputation actually is, not what you did. How you made people feel, remembered at scale. And notice, this trait costs nothing. It requires no talent. Tonight, in your very next conversation, you could simply decide to be the most interested person in the room. Most never will. Which is exactly why it works. The second trait, Hill devoted an entire lesson to: enthusiasm. Not the loud, exhausting, performed kind. Real enthusiasm. The quiet current of a person who genuinely cares about what they are doing. Hill called it one of the most contagious forces a human being can carry. And the word contagious is precise. Energy transfers. You know this from experience. 5 minutes with a defeated person and you feel heavier. 5 minutes with someone lit up by their work and you leave, somehow, with more than you brought. People make decisions about you based on that transfer. The hire, the partnership, the second meeting. All of it tilts toward the person who leaves others feeling more alive rather than less. Not because anyone consciously scores it, because everyone unconsciously seeks it. But Hill added a word most people miss: controlled enthusiasm. Energy without direction is noise. The magnetic person can turn the current on when it serves and hold it steady when the room needs calm. Their energy is a tool they aim, not a mood that happens to them. And here is the practical secret. Enthusiasm cannot be faked for long, but it can be fed. It grows naturally in a person with a definite aim, doing work connected to that aim. If your energy has gone gray, the answer is rarely to perform brightness. It is to reconnect to something worth being bright about. The third trait shows itself only in friction, which is why it is the rarest. Self-control, the governor on the engine. Hill paired it with enthusiasm deliberately, because energy without restraint destroys everything it builds. Watch where ordinary people leak their magnetism. They win small arguments and lose large allies. They must have the last word. They criticize easily, take offense quickly, and repeat every grievance to anyone who will listen. Each moment feels justified. and each one quietly teaches everyone watching that being close to this person is expensive. The magnetic person has done the arithmetic. They let the small point go and keep the relationship. They absorb the minor insult without returning it. They speak about absent people the way they would speak if those people were present. And everyone notices, because it tells them exactly how their own name will be handled. Hill put it bluntly, a person who cannot control their reactions hands control of their personality to whoever provokes them. The disciplined presence, calm in friction, generous under slight, becomes something people trust with bigger things. Because trust is just predicted behavior. And the person who is composed in small storms is predicted, correctly, to be solid in large ones. Now the fourth trait, the one underneath the other three, the one that decides whether any of this holds. Character. Hill drew a hard line between two things people confuse. Reputation is what others believe you are. Character is what you actually are, proven in the moments nobody sees. And his warning was absolute. A pleasing personality built on top of poor character is a loan, and the interest is ruinous. You can charm your way into rooms. Character decides whether you get to stay. Because people are running a longer audit than you think. They notice whether the warmth you show them matches how you treat the waiter. Whether the promise made in enthusiasm survives the inconvenience of keeping it. Whether you are the same person in the room and out of it. Every mismatch gets recorded. Not announced, recorded. And this is actually the best news in this entire lesson, because it means magnetism is not a performance you must sustain. It is an alignment you build once. Become genuinely interested, genuinely energized, genuinely disciplined, genuinely honest, and the personality stops being an effort. It becomes an overflow. The person success cannot ignore is not acting magnetic. They are magnetic because what people see and what is actually there are finally the same thing. So here is how you build it, starting today. 4 reps, 1 per trait. Rep 1, interest. In every conversation today, ask one more question than you normally would, and actually listen to the answer. Use the person's name once. That is the whole rep. Run it daily, and within a month, you will be startled by how differently people treat you. Rep 2, enthusiasm. Once a day, let someone see you care about your work. Speak about your aim or anyone's honest effort with real energy for 30 seconds. Energy shared is energy advertised, and people remember where the light comes from. Rep 3, control. Pick your next small friction. The slow line, the rude email, the bad driver, and deliberately spend nothing on it. Feel the reaction rise and let it pass unfed. Every unfed reaction is a deposit in the account people call your temperament. Rep 4, character. Once a day, do exactly what you said you would do, precisely when you said you would do it, especially when it is small and no one is checking. Kept promises are the bricks. There is no other material. 4 reps, a few minutes each. None of them require talent, money, or permission. Run them daily and the compounding begins, quietly, the way it always does. First, people enjoy you. Then they trust you. Then they send for you. So stop waiting to be noticed. Noticing is not the world's job. Become interested, and people will find you interesting. Carry real energy, and rooms will warm when you enter. Stay composed in friction, and bigger things will be trusted to your hand. And underneath it all, keep the promises, especially the small ones, until what people see and what is true are the same person. Do that, and you will not need to chase opportunity through the front door. Opportunity travels through people, and people talk. If this found you at the right time, subscribe, because there is a new lesson from Napoleon Hill's philosophy here every Tuesday and Friday, and the next one builds on exactly this. Talent gets you considered. Character gets you chosen.